I went over to the zoo today and I saw some real turtles out there. It was a fun time and it made me think, hey, today is the day I should probably do a pickup video, see what's in this box I bought a couple months ago. And yeah, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You could have guessed that, right? So yeah, guys, let's check out what's inside this box. As you can see, it's a lot of loose figures. How did I come about this? There was an ad online on Marktplatz, which is like a secondhand website where you can put up ads for whatever stuff you want to sell. And well, this seller had a lot of loose Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figurines, and this is the kind of thing I'm always hoping to find out in the wild and have like a box of stuff that's maybe 10 euros or something, and I'll have like a bunch of these cool loose figurines to add to my collection. But one thing caught my eye in this ad, and that was a baggie full of accessories. And usually it's hard to piece together the accessories, but I basically told this guy, hey, you know, here's a website, it's called Virtual TMNT Museum. I always use it. They show all of the stuff you need to complete any turtles. So I'll have a link up here or something. And he started piecing them together and he found out, well, almost 80% of these turtles are complete. So all of them come with some of the accessories, and most of them actually have all the accessories they came with. These were his childhood toys, which is insane. He had a ton of them. I did miss out on a couple that somebody already sniped away, like Mutagen Man, which I'm still looking for, and one of the dinosaurs, but there's still a lot of cool stuff in here. So first I'm just gonna piece together these turtles, and then I'll show you in detail everything I got. Alright, so here we got all of them packed out, kind of bundled with the weapons. Some of them I didn't even know existed, so I'm not certain about some of the weapons in here. But let's start with the ones that aren't like all four turtles. So let's take a look at this one, probably one of the latest releases out of this lot. This is the Super Mutant Rocksteady or Bebop. I always confuse those two. So yeah, never heard about this line back in the day. They all come with like this weapon that is kind of automatic. It's got like a little thing where you can twist and then that thing shoots around. Kind of a futuristic feel to the turtles. The only other one I have of this little iteration is the Shredder. So yeah, still looking for those turtles, but I don't know. I don't think they look too good though. Let's see if he'll stand up. He'll keep standing up or not. Then next up, kind of a little bit of a rare turtle. This one is called Tattoo. He's basically like a little kung fu wrestler, sumo wrestler guy. He's got one weapon, this dragon thing, but he came with like a sticker sheet of tattoos, and that's why he's called Tattoo. I would have never guessed back in the day that this was a turtle figurine or a bad guy. That's what kind of makes him a bit more hard to get. Not that he's super expensive or anything, but yeah. Try finding this one with the sticker sheet intact. I think most of them are still on there, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Then next up, one of my favorites from back in the day. I needed to get complete with all of his weapons, and he does come with all of his accessories over here. Usually the astronaut helmet or like the scuba diver helmet is missing, but it is an astronaut. Yeah, this was one I had as a kid, so I definitely wanted to get this one back again. Space Cadet Donnie, part of the Disguised Undercover series, part of the Undercover line. Yeah, cool to get this one complete in a box. Next, we got Dirtbag. This is one my nephew had as a kid, and I like playing with this guy, but I never got him for myself. So I was like asking him a couple of years ago, hey, do you still have any of your old turtles, because you know I'm collecting them? And he was like, yeah, no, they're all gone. I lost him somewhere down the line, and now I finally have a Dirtbag complete with all of his weapons, so great. Next up we have Walkabout. At least I think that's what his name is. He also comes with a sidekick. I'm not sure about this one, what his name is again. a bunch of like the older Turtles, they came with like a little sidekick character, you know, to have an extra character on the card. But this is Walkabout. Obviously, he's inspired by the Australian Crocodile Dundee and stuff like that. So he comes with a little neat backpack. He's got a boomerang. He's got a gun. He's got, you know, the Crocodile Dundee hat on. Cowboy hat, not a cowboy hat. And the little other kangaroo side buddy, he also has it. So, you know, you call that a knife, this is a knife. Gator Michelangelo dude, he comes with these skaters, well, these blades, roller blades you can take off. This one is from 1991, I guess, from the first sports line they did. And you can also pop him onto this little skateboard, which actually has the M inside of the roller blades on that. Inside of like the wheels, there's an M on there, so you definitely know it belongs to this figurine. And that concludes the first part of these toys that, like, well, you know, I didn't have them yet, or I didn't have them complete, so that's why I threw them into this big lot. I didn't end up paying 10 euros for this lot. I ended up paying around 7 to 8 euros a piece, but, well, we're gonna get to a couple of harder ones to get, so it kind of made sense. I mean, I've been looking for a lot like this in the wild, but I'm just never coming across it, so I might as well just, you know, spend some money on this and, you know, finally have them. And if I do ever come across a lot like this, then I'll have some doubles to sell again. So first off, one of the things I was most happy about getting in this lot are the movie star turtles. As you can see, there are these over here. We got all 4 of them, so that's great. Usually what you'll have with these is that they're really dirty. These are in great condition, and they all have their bandanas on there. That usually comes off right away. They also come with most of their accessories. They usually come with this mutagen canister. So there's 4 mutagen canisters. There's always some kind of a shield thing. You got a funny artifact like this bat over here, or this fire extinguisher. So yeah, most of the accessories are here, and of course the belts. So yeah, pretty neat to get these. They also have like this real rubbery feeling to them, so they kind of made them feel like more like an actual turtle, which was kind of weird, but I loved these growing up. So I think I had Michelangelo, I had Raphael, but I was always like eyeing for the other 2 over at the toy store, but they didn't get any restocks of these. So these are actually really hard to find loose, as well as on the cart. On the cart, these are what you would call mid-range pricing, so they're not cheap, they're not extremely expensive. It's not like a cart like this is 200 euros, but I think around 60 to 80 euros for one of these mint on card is definitely the going rate. So pretty happy about getting these loose. So yeah, I have all 4 of them. That's always great. If you can get all 4 of them, it's freaking amazing. Then moving on to one of the lines I didn't know existed, and this kind of crosses over into games because
by success, the Turtles lost their savage edge. Greed is dead. It's a new breed carved from the streets. Concrete fist batter alien flesh, 1-on-1, as power joins forces with rage, ripping through fear, and no one sheds a tear for mutilated mutants. Giant warriors crushed by street tough turtles who have shed soft shells for a hard dose of reality. The Konami's Tournament Fighters.
One of the last games that was released in the Turtle franchise was the Turtles Tournament Fighters. So that got released on the Genesis, it got released on the Super Nintendo and on the NES. And these guys are called the Tournament Fighter Kung Fu, something like that. I'll put the actual name down there, but these are like the TMNT toys, Tournament Fighters, something like that. So you actually, the funny thing is, these are the only 4 that came out within that subline. So this came out in 1994, around the same time as the game. You got Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and then we got one bad guy over here. And basically what they have is they all have this action feature where they can, you know, punch the shit out of each other. Not too sure how they work. I haven't really... Oh, that seems to do something. So they all have like a small action feature. I think this one you need to pump his leg like that, and then he'll start punching. That's pretty freaking neat. So what does Michelangelo do? Let's check it out. He has the same action feature, but he kind of shoots, he kind of punches a bit faster. And then Raphael, I still haven't figured out what he does. I know this does something, at least. He does like a karate chop, and then he splits his legs, so pretty neat. But again, like that. Whoa. Okay, so these were the tournament fighting turtles. I think they came with these weapons. Yeah, I didn't even know the line existed, so I was like, yeah, these are probably for that, because they got quite big grips and stuff. These are a lot bigger than your average turtle figurine, you know. Then we got another movie line. These were the ones that didn't really come too complete, but actually had all of these but one. I had these but Michelangelo, and he came with all his weapons. The other ones, they all have the hat on because the hat usually breaks off. And they all came with a scepter, so this was the thing that allowed them to time travel. So it's kind of pretty important to have this with the figurine if you want to play out the storyline of the movie. I always liked these as a kid. Actually, when we were over at the seaside, me and my nephews, we would get these each time my mom and my aunt would go over to the store to buy groceries, and they had like a TMNT thing over there at the grocery store. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna get a turtle out of this. I think I got those three, and yeah, we had some doubles, and the one I was obviously missing was Michelangelo. I actually got that one on cart right now, but I didn't have it loose, so I was like, yeah, I gotta grab all four of these. They're complete, they're in great condition again. All of these are in freaking great condition. And then we get to the final four turtles that was in this lot. This was kind of an homage to the cartoon, pretty much. And even though these aren't the most sought after within the subline, you had Vernon, you had the boss, Barney, I think, I don't know if it's called Barney. Those are really sought after, and the neutrinos or something like that. But he didn't have those. He did have all four of these, and you know, the only one I had as a kid was this Donatello, who, you know, flips his bandana in the back. They all look really funny. Really child friendly too, because most turtles are like badass. These were like, oh, they're shiny, we got like these soft pastel colors, and we all have like this really freaky funny action, kind of like within the cartoon. And they all came with this tiny TV that had like I don't know what you call this thing, but you know, the image kind of moves. They all came with a pizza, and they all came with a turtle communicator in the color that they came in. So yeah, we got Donatello over there. This is Michelangelo, who sticks his tongue out. Then we have Leonardo, who makes like his eyes pop out like that, and Raphael completely going nuts. His face turns around like that. So yeah, these were a bunch of turtles I really wanted to add to my collection. It's definitely beefing up my loose collection, which is always great, because when they're on card, well, you're not really going to open them, but you want to kind of display them, or, you know, play with them. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pickup video, and I'll have more videos coming out next week, so definitely tune in, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you have a little more time left, maybe check out one of these other videos down here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!